Yo dudes, Carter here, got another video for you. This is going to be really quick, just something I wanted to get off my chest. I've been doing these custom knife videos, and I don't mean the ones where I show the knife, I'm talking about kind of where I talk about the philosophy of it and, you know, why you should buy custom knives and custom knives versus production knives. And just based off some comments that I've gotten on some of those, I've kind of noticed a little bit of an undertone that, you know, I wanted to dispel right now. I in no means at all, in any of those videos, at all am I trying to say that customs are better than productions, that people that buy customs are better than people that buy productions, anything like that at all. My only goal is, you know, first to talk about stuff I want to talk about. Second, maybe give some people some ideas about, you know, why people that are into customs are into customs. There's a lot of people that say, why would you ever spend that much money on a knife? And I'd like to maybe explain some of those reasons. Maybe give some people some reasons they didn't think about before. You know, turn people on to certain things. And, you know, there's always there's a portion of knife enthusiasts that are kind of on the fence, right? They're in that position where they're maybe buying kind of higher end production knives, and they've thought to themselves, well, you know, if I just, instead of buying these 3 knives, I could have bought a custom. You know, is it worth it? Is it a good idea to have this one knife as opposed to these 3, or, you know, and stuff like that. So for people like that, I'm kind of just wanting to maybe help them decide, give them a little bit of information. But by no means am I trying to say if you can't afford customs, which a lot of people can't. And frankly, I really can't either. I should not be buying as much as I am. And I've definitely got to put a halt to that. But aside from that, you know, of course not. What I'm promoting more than you should buy custom knives because of this, this, or this, I'm promoting you should get involved. You should support custom knife makers because of this, this, and this. You don't have to buy a custom knife to support custom knife makers. It's just like, you know, if you're into football, you don't have to buy every piece of gear that your team puts out to be a fan and to, you know, support them. There's plenty of ways to get involved in custom knife makers, mainly the forums. Get on there, you can see what they're working on. They're just regular dudes, and they'll post on there and say, hey, this is what I'm working on in my shop, what do you think about it? You can kind of see what's coming out. And in a lot of ways, what custom knife makers are doing is kind of foreshadowing to what you'll see in the production arena in the next few years. You know, it's kind of like high fashion, right? You can look at high fashion being done overseas or in New York or whatever and say, oh, that looks crazy, or that's way too expensive, who would buy that? But the fact of the matter is, a version of a lot of those styles will trickle down into kind of the mainstream area years down the road. So it's almost like a, you know, like looking into the future of what will be coming down the pipe. Plus there's, you know, I mentioned this before, there's tons of collaboration work. You can kind of get the scoop on what makers are working with what production companies. You know, if you were into Lion Steel stuff out of Italy, you probably would have known about the Lion Spy before most people did, you know, things like that. So I guess at the end of the day, I just wanted to clarify that I'm not in any way trying to do some hoity-toity, you know, customs are the best things ever type videos. I just want to talk about things that I'm into and, you know, maybe spread some information that you might not have thought of before, things like that. All right, guys, I'll get off my soapbox now and let you continue on with your evening. Take it easy, guys.